Hello, everyone. So happy to be with you today. Welcome to another live stream on my YouTube channel. So grateful that you are here today. Well, listen, I am so excited about what we're going to talk about today because one of the reasons why people have such a difficult time in fulfilling their life's purpose is because they're not clear about it. So if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, I want to say welcome and please stick around to the end of this video because I definitely have something really important I want to share with you. And if you are a returning subscriber, I am so grateful that you are here. Make sure you guys, I'm really trying to build this community. And I would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And be sure to hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I'm going live or when I am uploading new video content. So I am Stephanie Strong, and I am delighted to be your coach, your sister, your friend. And, we're here together so that each and every one of you can like kill it, like really like crush the rest of 2023. And one of the reasons why this particular subject is so important to me is because the moment I got clear about my purpose, it seemed like the world opened up before me. And so I want the world to open up before you. There are so many women who are career professionals, executives, who are leaders of sorts, may be operating from their skill set, but not necessarily from a place of purpose. So on today's video, I want to help you get clearer and closer to not only understanding and knowing your purpose, but to live your purpose out. So the first thing that I want to highlight in terms of like, how do I start getting clear about my purpose? Well, I do have a video series that talks about your who, what, and why, but that's another topic. On today, I want to skip over the who part, but not completely. You have to be clear about who you are. Let me just say that first and foremost. If you need help with that, I can help you with that. Because a lot of times people are operating out of, particularly women, we are operating out of someone else's idea of who we should be, or perhaps a role that we take on, or even some of our responsibilities. Or sometimes people take on they will name what they do before they name who they are, So I want to help people get down to the root of who they are so that they can celebrate and hold space for who they are and really live from a place of authenticity. But discovering your purpose is really predicated on knowing who you are. But for the sake of this video, I want to draw your attention to your values. What are your values? When you understand your values, you will better understand how to attach goals to that, how to immerse yourself into your purpose. If you value connection, whether you value communication, whether you value integrity and honesty, whether you value spirituality, you may value education, you may value a cohesiveness, teamwork. You may value this idea of owning your own sense of self, like, standing in your own power, or autonomy. That might be a value to you, right? So I want you to be thinking about, what are your values? If you need help with I kind of know what my values are, but I just really need some prompts, make sure that you leave a comment in this video. Leave a comment in this video so that I can connect you to me, so that I can help you better understand how to find your values, how to re-look at what's most important to you. Because here's the deal, you guys. Without understanding your values, the waters ahead in terms of your purpose, they're going to be murky, okay? They're going to be murky because we operate from a sense of value, or sometimes from a lack of values. No judgment, but I'm just saying, okay? So understanding your personal values. A woman who is on a journey of redefining herself or reinventing herself, or just really just trying to chart her own path back to who she is, just peeling off those layers and really just getting to like, I want to just show up completely who I am, unapologetically, and be able to explore some of your new beliefs and some of your motivations and some of your aspirations. This is where it all begins. It begins with your values. Okay. So think about that. So once you have a clear understanding of your values, then you can use them to guide your decisions, guide your actions, guide the way that you show up for yourself and how you show up with people. How you show up with people. So it's all about your values shape the way you think, the way you believe, the way you process information, what you read, write, and say. Yes. How you engage with other people in community. All of that comes right down to your core values. So I want you to be thinking about like, what are my values? Okay, so that's one. Number two, I want to just talk about goals. And I want to tie goals into motivation. So goals, if you want to get clear about your purpose, you got to set some goals. But half the battle is knowing who you are, what your values are, so that you can set goals that are in alignment to your values and to who you are. One of the reasons why people lose sight of who they are, or they lack motivation around doing something different for their lives, or they just want to emerge as someone new, different, and just own their own sense of worth and value and presence, but they lack motivation. Some people, a lot of people, I've been talking to a lot of people, and they are living these lackluster lives. And here's one of the reasons why. They lack motivation. And you want to know why they lack motivation? Because they are not setting short-term and long-term goals. Goals drive motivation. Goals drive motivation. If you don't have goals, what then are you inspired and motivated about? You know, I get like, for example, I'll give you an example. I love gardening. It's gardening season. So I go from seed to table. That's my process. So I start my seeds in February so that by April and May, I have starter plants to plant into my raised beds. You know what it motivates me to keep going is because the excitement of seeing a seed sprout up through the mix, the starter mix, and then watching that seed grow, that sprout grow into a seedling, and watching it mature into a plant, starter plant, and then transplanting it into my garden bed so that it can continue to grow, get nourishment, and bear fruit. I get motivated because there's something at the end of this. I get to feed myself and I get to feed my family and I get to share. So I use that example for you to be thinking about, like, what are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? To continue through life as a passenger and not a driver, you do a disservice to yourself. So be sure that you start setting some small goals that feed you, like if that motivate and inspire you. Don't set a goal just to be setting a goal, because you know we can operate out of monotony or just rote exercise. You know, I'm gonna set a goal and I'm just going to accomplish this goal, but the goal has to be tied to your values. The goal has to be tied to your values, and then you build motivation around that goal. Okay, number 3. Self-awareness, cultivating self-awareness. As every single one of my videos will be talking about self-awareness, okay? All right, one of the reasons why self-awareness is essential. It is essential. It's like breathing. It's literally that important to have a sense of self-awareness, because when you have a sense of self-awareness, guess what happens? You begin to do some checks and balances. You do checks and balances around what is working, what is not working, what needs to change, what needs to, what I need to hold on to, what I need to release, okay? And part of self-awareness is being present in the very moment. One of the ways that you can really like test the idea around self-awareness is when you react or respond to something and you are aware that you may have gone just a little bit too far, and you begin to do some self-work around how you want to respond differently and better. That is what I mean around self-awareness, right? So self-awareness helps us with our thoughts and behaviors, our attitudes, our beliefs, and becoming more and more and more aware of our patterns and our tendencies. Self-awareness is like the holy grail of self-development or of personal development and professional development. There are so many leaders in roles and running businesses and organizations and leading teams who can use a little bit more work on self-awareness. So self-awareness is going to help you have better clarity of your purpose so that you know how to embrace some things and release some things, right? How it will help you to be able to sort of guide you on your journey and help you to be able to explore new opportunities and possibilities around who you are. And the last thing that I want to say before I wrap up this live is, listen, y'all, the world needs you. The world needs you in your authentic way. The world needs to experience the goodness of who you are and all that you bring to the human experience. And I am pretty sure, if I am not being speculative here, that you want to be a better person, but you have to be you must be a better person on purpose. It's not going to happen by osmosis. It takes work. It takes self-awareness. It takes understanding, like, what are you thinking about, your behaviors, beliefs, tendencies, and all of those things. And it is a lot of internal work. But the beauty of it all is that you get to show up unapologetically for who you are. And the world needs you authentically. The world needs you unapologetically. The world needs your best self, and you need your best self to show up. The self showing up as the best version of yourself. And what does that look like? And every day you're taking these incremental steps. Every day you're taking one more step closer to being able to shine in your own light. But it calls for you to do the work. So if you want clarity of purpose, you already know what you have to do, right? You got to get clear on your values. That's number one. You've got to set some goals, and then you have to cultivate self-awareness. All right. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If in fact you found a tremendous value in this video, again, go on and hit like. Make sure that you share this video out, share it with your friends. Be sure to hit the notification bell. And if you don't do anything else, please subscribe to my community YouTube channel. All right, people, until next time, make this your best day ever, and I will